Hey guys, what's up? I have a special guest named Cutthroat Society, or
Hey,
TI.
how are you guys?
Um, my friend I met through TI group about 2 weeks ago, and she's a really cool person. And again, my guest, I went to go over in the description what the problem is tonight, or the issue. I'm gonna have it discussed very shortly. I want to address this and move on from this. Um,
I'm
I
supportive.
Yeah, I had no desire to give her attention, but this should be addressed. So I survived CSA. I come out here. I had the guts to say about my CSA. Yes, and like Cutthroat here and my friends have supported me through CSA, supported me coming out openly. And this person in the Woodpack, my perps, Susie. Oh Lord, today I got info that she was on camera, and she's screaming that because here my grandpa hurt me and our bloodline of Mason BS, I was used for an evil tool for Freemasons. My grandpa hurt me for 10 years for a high status for Masons. So she says,
I
well,
can
because
relate to
yes, and because I was hurt as a child on CSA, she says that, well, you are in relation to a child molester. Yes, I am.
that. I am too.
Did I ever lie about this? No, right? I came forward, right? So I did say my grandpa. Yeah, it's my grandpa, Susie. Of course, we're in relation. Hello, it's called
I
being
mean,
related. It's so stupid, right? So she
yeah.
says because we are the same bloodline, she accused me, and she's saying now that I'm going to sexually hurt my daughters.
She's
Wow.
trying to say there's a generational curse going on.
Right. Right. These people are naive to know what's really going on. And I know you know what's going on with this issue.
Yeah, this is
So,
called free will.
again, you have free will and good choice. First of all, I have no evil blood in me. I had no desire to hurt my children sexually or physically. So she wants people in her chat, her viewers, to call the people called CPS on my ass. She wants CPS in my house again because they're going to say, oh, you sexually hurt your children because you survived CSA. Then she says, her and JT both said that I have been physically hurting my kids. Prove it. Prove it.
Well, targeting a child is because they are of the light, not because they're dark. They target you because you are of the light, so therefore you would be the one who would not be doing the child molesting.
Exactly. And
It makes you the empath.
yeah, and I mean, maybe he was evil. He was evil, and I have his blood. It does not mean I'm going to hurt my daughters.
It means you forgave it and you moved forward and you're reborn in the kingdom.
Hang on. There's people like, okay. Anyway, so we already have trolls in here. They've already been banned. Anyway, so
Oh, I didn't even know anybody was in here.
yeah, they're in here. One's being a smart ass, and I got them out of here. But
Hey
yeah,
guys,
so
hey
it's
smart
just
eye.
yeah, smart ass, right? Smart ass
Don't
woolpacker.
mind. I love some engagement.
So well, again, it can happen. It can happen that because you are a victim of CSA.
What is
Yes.
CSA exactly? Why don't you explain that?
Okay. So okay, that means child sexual abuse is CSA. So
Yep.
because here I survived this issue of being sexually abused as a child, she is saying I will hurt my kids. No,
How old were you when that happened to you?
I was 6 to 17 years old.
Damn. So for like an extended period of time, and were you like in contact with your grandfather like every day, or like just during
Well,
the time, or what?
when my father went to police academy. At that time, my mom and my two brothers, we moved to Clearwater, Florida, because my grandma and grandpa lived there. So at first we moved there to Clearwater, Florida, and
Clearwater,
well,
Florida.
Clearwater, Florida. Yes.
Mine happened in Jacksonville, Florida.
Again, we had connections behind the scene. We had that
You
conversation
got a lot
about.
going on.
Yes, we got a lot in common. So see,
It could have been a cult of them.
Well, it is a cult because see, Scientology is the sister of Freemasons. They give them money and support them. It's an actual fact.
How far is Clearwater from Jacksonville?
Because
I guarantee you they met up.
See, Clearwater to Pompano is like 6 hours. So
I don't know.
I've seen 10 maybe or 11.
Not Jacksonville?
Pompano is near Deerfield, Boca, and Fort Lauderdale. And I grew up in Pompano Beach, Florida. Coral Springs, Parkland, Florida, Fort Lauderdale, Miami. So from there to Clearwater on both coasts, it's about 6 hour ride. But yeah, so I don't remember. I don't really know for sure. The first time I moved to Clearwater with my mother and my brothers, and Dad's in the police academy, I'm not sure if it happened then in the beginning of that issue, but I know at 6, I know what age I was. I know where I'm at. And
right.
I mean, I'm in a freaking van. He bought me that damn doll, and it's a tool to groom me.
It was in a van?
Yes. The first time it happened to me, we went to a restaurant.
Do you remember it with emotion involved to it, or do you remember it without emotion?
Oh, it's all of it.
So you were conscious during it?
Yeah, all of it. Yeah, all of it. Yeah.
Dissociation or anything like that?
Yeah, I had that at some point. I had that.
Yeah, I mean, years of it.
Yeah, the strawberry shortcake doll. Again, I was a little girl. I loved strawberry shortcake.
So how did it stop, though? First, how did it start?
Well, that's the first time it was in the van issue of the seatbelt, and very innocently, from his point of view, it's like very much charisma and charming, not like boom, full on molestation. It was very like steps,
like petting or something.
Do what?
Was it like petting or something? We don't know what happened to you. How did
I went on a former stream. Yeah, in the van, I had a strawberry milkshake. We had somewhere to eat. Had milkshake. Had the actual doll in my hand. The doll's in my hand.
That's weird.
He bought me the doll and told me I'm a good little girl, right? And
I got dressed up like a doll.
Yeah. It's a tool.
The doll thing is weird because I got dressed up like a doll during my illumination ritual. Right.
Well, yeah, dolls are actually the symbol of child abuse for grooming a child. It's strawberries are actually used as symbols for Christianity or witchcraft. It goes either way.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it is.
Because I let strawberries shortcake back then too.
Okay, see, strawberries are very highly symbol for Christianity and being a witch. So my grandpa was a Christian, but doing evil shit to me, right? So yeah, everything strawberry was the actual thing. But anyway, he put on my seatbelt. He gave me the doll in my hand and told me, "You're a good little girl. I bought you a gift." I'm holding the actual doll in my hand. The seatbelt was on my chest. As he put on my chest the seatbelt, he grabbed my area, rubbing me. I froze and didn't know what to do.
Right.
And I'm like, what the hell?
So this wolf pack thinks that you're going to hurt your child because that started happening to you at a young age?
Yeah, they think here, because he was evil and disgusting person, that I guess here she's trying to say I'm in a Mason. I'm not in a Mason. I'm not evil blood. No, I mean, I know I'm in evil blood as I am his granddaughter. I'm
Mason. I'm Mason, and I happen to have an apprenticeship that was Freemason, but it doesn't mean that they don't have all kinds of beings involved in it. They have the divine beings that are good and the ones that are bad. Because I'm more gypsy, and my mom's a Highland witch, but still, like, we're both like of the light. We're both good people. We both died and been reborn into the kingdom. So like I'm very devout. I'm Catholic actually, very devout. I go to mass every weekend and during the feasts and stuff like that. But still like very devout and I'm still considered Illuminati. I don't see like how there's a harm in that.
Well, again, we have that conversation. I believe the Illuminati is not that bad. What's bad is the Freemason and Scientologists. They are hand in hand. They're evil. They're wicked. They have their agenda for evil things. And I was to be either killed, with a high status, or hurt sexually, and I was hurt sexually. Now, twice he tried to kill me. I came out yesterday. I said this today for the first time. I said that he tried to kill me twice, and I'm still here for a reason. I mean,
well, my mom actually cheated on my father back then, and like she had me like I was born of a gypsy father, and Duncan was my father who raised me. And so, like, his brother is who raped and sodomized me and like tortured and all that shit to me because he did it. Like I guess as a payback for her insubordinates of like outside of her marriage, pretty much. Like like bringing another child into the bloodline that they had to take on. So it's a kind of like I don't know, payback maybe, or a way of teaching her a lesson.
It's a payback, I believe, too, with, would you say that, in your opinion, it's an occult?
Yeah.
Yes. So what happened to you? You're here openly saying you were abused like me. You understand the issues with the Freemasons, what you put through, and we had a lot in common. Not only this, and
I've never sexually abused my children or even thought about it. In fact, it's one of my biggest fears.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a mother, and I will hurt someone, hurt my kids.
Both of my children are with their grandmothers. Like, they're not in my custody anymore.
Yeah, I don't understand people that say, oh, because you were hurt. Well, okay, it can happen. It can happen, but am I going to do that? No.
If anybody touches my kids now, though, like because of what happened to me, hearing this now on this internet, I'll tell you right now, go for it and try that if you'd like to. They're placed in really good custody and they're very safe.
Yeah, people like just want to be a-holes and start drama. And again, she'll use me.
Thank God your kids are older.
Well, see, this harassment with the Wolfpack has started 3 years ago. So Jordan is 17, almost 18, and Caitlin's almost 13. This shit has carried on for 3 years. Now, if you're an adult, you want to come after me or talk to me or confront me or got a problem with me, fine. Not my children. I'm not an actor, not an actress. They had no right to dig in my kids' fathers, my brother, my ex-husband's wife. I'm not an actor.
We're not responsible for what your grandfather does anyways. We're women. What happens to us is inconsequential to them. They don't really regard it as anything that we can do, or they don't really care much about our opinion on it. So honestly, like, what happened to us as women, as children, it shouldn't have anything to do with your kids at this age. I don't understand.
That's not. I mean,
so, are they watching?
Asshole.
Are they watching us live? How do we know who's watching us?
I know they're watching because they, after I go live and put out facts, they go out there live. And they're all watching. Oh, I know they're watching this. I hope so. I hope they freaking understand that you are ignorant people. It's also called slander on me for court, chick, Susie, because you cannot.
All this over your relationship with an actor?
Well, we were,
or your insubordinates.
We were friends. We were the word's called acquaintances. We had the same goal. Me and him are victims of the Wolfpack. And Corey Feldman as her victim.
So we're dealing with the female narcissist at her worst.
Yeah, well, okay, that is true.
I'm not sure. I don't want to call anybody that legally, but I'm just saying it sounds like we're dealing with some narcissist. Is what we sound like.
You have female stalkers. They're female stalkers.
Are they psychopathic or are they narcissistic?
I call them both because that's how they are. It's a.
You gotta be careful because you put a stigma on them, you get in trouble for it. But I'm saying, are they really like? Do they have any mental illness or are they having disorder?
I think some do. I never questioned that. I never mocked them of that or their own abuse. Susie and them say they survived CSA. She says they survived CSA. If you survive CSA,
are they not the same people we are?
That's what you think, right? So,
because our Masonic.
Their mothers and these people, they protect pedophiles. They are friends with pedophiles. So the thing is, her response to me is, well, you're the one in relation to a child molester. Yes, I am. But am I talking to that person?
She's perverse by it.
Yeah. She is, what the word is, she wanted to have lunch with a convicted child molester for dirt on Corey Feldman. Who the hell does that shit? Who does this kind of thing? I do not want lunch with my abuser, my grandfather. Yeah, a child molester. I am not that person. I don't want nothing to do with him. He's dead. He's dead, Susie.
Is he?
Dead. Her name is Susie.
The Corey Feldman's dead?
No, my grandpa is.
Oh, well, my grandfather, whenever he died, things started getting that's when they started picking up spiritually, like from my bloodline stuff. Like when my mother's father died, that's when things started getting really spiritual, with it almost looked like there's holograms in my house. That's when things got elevated spiritually, and my Masonic targeting. Ours is a little bit different. Mine's more it's real life and it's community based, but it's got several layers to the onion. When you can peel it back, there's several layers. It's even hit spiritual levels. It's pretty deep. Yeah. And Harvey's still in jail in Jacksonville, or around that area. Actually, I never actually spoken about that ever online before. His family's probably not liking that much, but whatever.
Well, thing is, we expose the truth and evil, we come forth, and we have the freedom from the chains being broken to have the courage to say, look, we survived CSA. We're not a victim. We are a survivor. We are a warrior. What I got pissed about was not the petty bullcrap she said. You cannot make a claim like that and be slanderous. And she wants people to call the law on me and CPS to say that I hurt my kids. She and JT said word for word that I physically hurt my daughter. BS. It's lies. So her lies get to be rumors and go, hey, call the law, call this person and CPS. I have never physically abused my daughters. I have never sexually hurt my daughters. It is slander against the law. But this crap happened because she wants content. She will use me for content, likes and subs. Period. Facts.
She just wants somebody to come after her because she probably finds it sexually interesting to her.
I don't know. I mean, I guess so. I mean, I don't know her problem is. I don't even.
Obsessive people have addictive personalities, and they have a thing for anything that's they're just like the Masons themselves. They like things that are different, and worth chasing. Every one of them has their own trophy that they're looking for, and for them, you might be their trophy.
Well, for 3 years now. I mean, I'm not an actor.
I would let it go and try to ascend past this and try to push past her because I
trying to, and I come on. I made this TI channel.
Where are they at? How did she come on to you? When's the last time she went after you?
Today.
On her own, like on her own accord?
Yes, on her own. She and JT went live today, and he first claimed I hit my daughter. Not, of course, true.
How
She
does she know
actually
that?
said that too.
They live in the same area as you, or what?
No, he's in Texas, and
How do they know you hit your kids?
she's saying this. She and JT are saying that I hit my daughter.
But they don't live near you, so how would they know that? Did your daughter
Well,
tell them?
JT's my ex and came here, and he is telling people lies about my household and my daughters, and he is saying to get views here. He said I try to hit my daughter.
Is
Okay.
that your brother?
No, JT's my ex-boyfriend in the Wolfpack now.
And he lives near them, and that's how they met?
He's known Susie, I guess, a year now. Maybe, I guess, 2 years now. But yeah.
How did he meet her?
How did he meet Susie? Okay, I believe here from an article, this girl.
He chased them down, like, to find you?
Well, no. This guy had an interview and was trashing a girl named Lauren Axelrod, and JT appeared on the show. He bashed Lauren Axelrod, and Susie then knew who he was. These people take people from interviews, and they recruit people into the group.
But you were dating him. And they took him away from you?
Yeah, he came here. He came here from Texas. He came here.
Oh, he targeted you before you got there.
Do what?
He targeted you before he got there. They probably sent him.
Well, okay, I knew him for 2 years.
Probably.
Right. Well, I knew him for 2 years. I knew JT. So he trolled me for like 4 months. We didn't talk. He came to me. He apologized. He said, I'm sorry. I trolled you. I want to be cool with you. It came to being cool to being, hey, I'm very sorry. I like you. I'm into you.
You dated?
We dated for a very short time. A very short time.
He hears your story from these people, and then he gets over here, and after he bashes you for a while, and then he apologizes, and he finds an interest in you, but you're the child molester. It looks like he's being a predator on the child molester's victim. Is what he looks like he's being. Yeah. He wants to get with the little doll baby. It's disgusting.
Exactly. Because he calls me the same name that my.
I'm sorry. That's my opinion. I'm sorry, guys, but that just sounds like somebody's chasing down some predators, like trophy, just so he can have another play at it. What is that movie they called? Copycat.
Well, yeah, it is true, because this woman supposedly had paid him. She had paid him to come down here. Yeah, she paid him to come down here.
Paid him to come down here. And why'd you fall for it, girl?
I didn't know, though. I had no idea that she had paid him. I found out after he left here what really happened. He left here, I found out what happened. And she was paying him to come down here to spy on me and get my info of my computer.
How do you know who's all in here? Where does it show that?
In the chat, it will show. It's got some in here. It's on the chat list on the blog.
Does it say like a number of people who are in here?
It should. It's got people in the chat texting.
I see them. I just don't know how many people are there.
I see 8. We have 8 lurkers.
Hey guys.
They're my trolls. It's the woodpackers. They're lurking. Oh. They're lurking. But yeah, so.
Well, I mean, put some comments in there. Let's get some engagement going.
Yeah, I mean, to see.
Ask your questions and get real answers. I mean, instead of like assuming, like, let's give you some real answers tonight.
Yeah, I mean, they want to assume.
I've been through the same thing as a child, and I've grown up and had no issues and no thoughts of harming my children. So I don't know why we have to take it to such a deep level of bringing people's family into it. I get generational curses, but they're not always a direct link they're not always a definite to happen in direct lineage to the next generation. It's free will.
It will never be me. I would never hurt my kids sexually.
Yeah. Her kids are grown. It's a little bit past that time.
Well, it's sick. They want. I mean,
it's sick, but it's a little past the time for that to even try to be an option to be said. I mean, you know what I mean? Like,
I know. Well, Jordan's gonna be 18 in September.
Illumination happens at the age of 5. And a woman doesn't do those rites. Those are rites that are held by a male, like male part of the cult.
Yeah, that is true. It is males. See, when Jordan's 18 in September, if this crap is going to
Hey,
continue,
Michael.
Jordan,
He's not a
Jordan,
troll.
Jordan can actually file against her once she's 18 in September. Can't she? Yes, she can. My kid at 18 can file against this woman if she
Well, it's
continues
sexual
to harass
abuse
her.
at this point. If she's, I'm not. I mean, if she's underage, I don't know. 17 in this state is legal, but in I don't know about every other state. But like saying that kind of things about a child and their mother is actually sexual harassment in most
It
states.
is. It is. Again, her angle is this. Her false narrative is to say, hey, people, call people on Sharon now because she is going to hurt her daughter sexually.
But yours is
After,
very public. You don't hear this in your head. You don't have any intrusive thoughts.
yeah, it's all publicly out there on her broadcast, on her live stream saying it's slander.
Okay,
It's
so you're
slander.
like you have like narcissists like most TIs, like most of ours, we have like like the intrusive thoughts, and we have like the electronic harassment, and we have like the no touch torture. But yours is actual like real life like abuse
Yes. Well, I have the targeted thing from
targeted by
CS.
like
Yeah,
real life
the
abusers.
bloodlines. Yeah, the bloodline games. Bloodline games are one thing.
But
After
you
the
haven't
blood,
hit spiritual levels yet.
yeah, well, after the bloodline games of my blood of the child assault and shit, I have to deal with this bullshit of Wolfpack. Because
You had the
why?
physical actions. You haven't had like the synchronicity start and the spiritual start to go with it.
Yeah, I'm trying. Well, I've been trying to get to a certain point,
Do you want to
and
get that activated?
I don't know yet. I've been
You get your intuition activated. If you get your like
well.
spiritual
I mean,
like
I do have that. I am you. We had that talk. I am
yeah,
you. I'm a seer.
you'll get
You
that
know.
going.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know. We had that long talk yesterday. You know what's going on with me,
Oh yeah,
and
they're trying to activate you, but if you get activated, you will win this.
I I am trying. I have been trying to move on from this and ignore these people.
Embrace your darkness.
Yeah, what it's yeah. I have done meditation, smudging. I'm doing all these things to go on, but they want to drag me in and say, "Hey, call CPS." Why? What I do, Susie? What I do?
I'm gonna make you a charm of attraction so you can attract your divine purpose.
See, today I went. Hey, I had someone go to the shop
I'm a
today.
spiritual reader, by the way, so I can help her out with that. So
Yeah,
just in case you guys are and an NLP licensed certified life coach, just in case any of y'all are wondering about that darkness. I'm very much Catholic, and I am of the light. I was a joke, but divinity is not a dark thing. It's actually a very beautiful power, and supernatural comes from God, and it means you're gifted. You're
yeah.
full of the
This
Holy Spirit.
you know, you know. Okay,
Yeah,
you know what I am. What I've been
just
going
in
through.
case they're
Yeah,
trying to. Yeah.
I am a seer. I'm also an empath, and I know that the darkness here is trying to come at me because this cousin of women have actually bad witches and Satanists that are evil people that want to hurt me and my children, and they want to have the monk in my house. I have to smudge. I have to pray. The oil above my doors. It's constantly a battle here because they're threatening me. Oh, a voodoo doll? I am not scared no damn voodoo doll. Really, really, this witch Percy saying, "I got you a voodoo doll." Like really?
You should go onto Etsy and get some of these charms of
Okay,
attraction.
I've got. I got. Okay, I can't.
Have you actually gone and seen them? They're adorable. Like they're awesome. Like
I
they all have a certain purpose to them.
yeah. I go to Okay, I go to a certain shop that has that. It's called They call it a uh fucking word. I'm trying to cuss. Sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but mine
the shop
mine's
name. What's it
Servants
called?
and Roses.
Curiosity Shop. And there it is. Okay, I got this
On
bottle.
Etsy?
It's called a Curiosity Shop where it's got all kind of things like that. Oils.
Is it on Etsy or what?
No, it's a local shop here in my area, and
Oh,
yeah, and the
I
woman
make
is a
these
white.
ones. These are ones I make.
The woman is an actual white witch, like she's a seer, a white spiritual witch.
Well, I'll
She's
make
very,
you one. I mean, I'll make you one too. Like, I'm your friend. Got you.
yeah. I mean, yeah. Well, I got this oil. It's called Fiery Wall of Protection. Okay, in the bottom is actually the salt for protection on the bottom, right? This oil, rock
Right.
salt. It has frankincense. It's got myrrh. Okay,
Yeah, I have all the.
legit myrrh, myrrh and frankincense. Yeah, it's in the Bible for Middle Eastern times. It's very
Yeah,
strong.
I know.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. This is actually for your body, or it's for your walls or windows
You're just
or your
taking
doors.
protective measures, but you don't know what you're doing with it yet.
Well, I learned. Yeah, she told me what to do. You put it above your doors.
You anoint your household with it.
Yes, I have. I've done this. Yeah, like 4 times already. It's
They do
actually
this in the
good.
Bible too. It's anointing your household. It's to call
It
the
is.
spirit out of your home.
It is. It helps you with any kind of fear or anxiety, and it does work. I had the cross. The girl said this: if you were a pagan, if you're a Christian, whatever symbol you believe in, you put that above your doors, of doorways, your outside door, and your first thing. Right? I've done this, and it helps actually, or your skin, or you put it into actual a tart burner and you burn this in your whole house. And I've done this. I've done the sage. I'm also Indian, obviously, so I've done the sage
Right.
thing. I can feel.
The thing about people who are dark is that they want you to spend all your time lost in confusion because that's what the devil does. The devil likes to take your time and waste it. And that's
Yep.
what putting us on here on a live stream for 30 minutes talking about them interests them because it literally keeps you tied up and your idle hands are busy being lost in confusion. So we're not lost. We're just discussing things that make things better. Besides that, there's no gain they're gonna get out of this. It's not like this is not us wasting our night. We're actually enjoying our night, having like a good talk with people tonight. So if they're thinking that they're getting any kind of excitement out of this tonight and we're wasting our Friday night, then we're not wasting our night. Actually, we're having a great night. So
Yeah. I mean,
let's put that out there.
Now, is it okay if I say your name, or you want it to say Cutthroat?
You can put Jennifer. It's Jennifer, but my Facebook and my YouTube is Cutthroat Society.
So,
But yeah,
Jen is again Jen's. We got a lot in common. Jennifer knows for a fact what I am, and I discovered what I was more after I found out that I'm a TI. I'm a real TI. I have these gifts I've had for a long time. I didn't realize what I was though, because I'll tell you why. When you're touched by evil, you are awoke. You are awoke. So I was awoke.
I don't know about that. I think I don't know about you're touched by evil. You're awoken. I think that you were born naturally innocent, and you have not been made you've been made tarnished by them. But God is your protector. Like where your parents didn't protect you, God did.
What I mean is this though: I awoke to the evil He was doing to me, and evil of
when you walked away from it.
Yes. Yeah. So I awoke to the evilness and I see what's going on. But I got older. When I got older, they tell you, oh, it's fairy tales. That's not real. That's not real. So my mental block happened, obviously. I lost so much time. Then I'm my age, and then my brother announces this my thing. And I'm like, why would you do that to me? I'm your sister. So he will announce one issue of abuse. And in code form, he announces what I've been put through. No one's got a right to say your abuse but you. Okay?
Exactly.
I have no right mentioning your abuse. You're here to say you said I was abused, Sharon. I was abused.
I think that what happened to you as a child is your personal business, and I don't think that they get to do anything more than just they can say it if they want to, and you can acknowledge it, or you can discredit it, or you could just dismay it if you want to. But if we're going to address it tonight, let's just address it tonight and tell them that you're not ashamed of what happened to you. And if you have Masonic or Illuminati rights that may have happened to you as a child, that just makes you Illuminati or young Illuminati elite. Let's put it that way. And let the bloodline games begin. That's what they're about. So if it's Wolf versus your last name, then that's cool because, I mean, let's bring it.
See, they're the wolf pack, right?
That's
But
cool.
they're wolves. But look, I'm a lion, tiger, and a damn bear. Because see,
Well, yeah, you didn't say your last name on here, so I'm not going to do it. But I'm
oh
saying,
no,
but
they know who I am. It's Hensley. It's
they can come
alerted.
from, they can
It's
come from my last name all day. Let's go, Mama.
I'm Hensley. They know who I am. They have actually said my full name and my address.
I'm
So
actually going through divorce, so mine is pending change. So they're very interested in what my last name will become, which one I choose.
I would like to discuss Kitty Cat. He's so funny. I love him. He's great. He's like one of
Is
my
that your boyfriend?
no, he's like one of my friends that's in a TI group that supports me through all of this. And I believe here I'm going to be interviewing him the next few days, actually.
Are you a kitty cat?
I guess I'm rare. I'm a cat today. I'm a
Or is
cat
that me?
tonight. He's so funny. He's
Is
a
that
good.
me or you?
I guess I don't know. Is it me and her? Is it me and Jennifer? Michael? The nails come out, man. But yeah, like we have a big
I'm just about. I'm like.
connection.
I'm proud of like my background. I think this is cool. Illuminati is very cool, and like I actually like on my blind path to faith for 2 years. I mean 2 years of my blind spiritual path, but my blind walks of faith in the spiritual journeys that I went through. I went for 2 years, and then my third year I was walking with my eyes wide open. I was walking in my truth for that third year, and this is my fourth year where I'm actually completely open, and I can like still like get the voices and the intrusive thoughts, but I'm cognitive and I'm fully aware of it, and I can actually turn it down and ask them to turn it back down, and they're working with me. They actually replaced my teeth after they broke them because they put me into a kinetic trance. They just set you up as a child to be able to be mind controlled as an adult, and there is a way that you could have been mind controlled to harm your children, but you have obviously made it through that stage of your life where that would potentially happen, and therefore your kids are no longer at threat of something that could have happened to you. And we're
Exactly. You're right.
Glory be to God.
Right.
Glory be to God.
You are right. I mean, it's possible for somebody. It has happened in the past of people hurt their children because of the evilness, and it's an action. I am not evil. I never have hurt my kids in any kind of way. So
how do we know not their bloodline coming after your bloodline to activate you to hurt your kids?
Okay, see, okay.
You know what I mean?
People
Bloodline games. You know what I mean?
Bloodline games, yeah. Because here's the whole thing: they protect pedophiles.
They just try to activate you now to make you angry, so you fight with your children now, so that you guys will fight, and there's violence in your home is what they're trying to do.
Well, in the past, that has happened. Not violence, right? But
discussion
arguments have happened. Well,
yeah,
we've had arguments. Not
they
like,
want to stir the pot with your kid and you, so they,
yeah.
so they make it true.
A teenager, we're gonna have arguments. We don't like hit. We don't scream. Now,
yeah.
They say that I was screaming in her face. JT lies, so is Susie. They all want to lie.
And the point is, they're not really worried about what you admit to. They're worried about what they can get to incite and to happen in real life.
Speculation is.
They're not worried about the rumors. They want to really incite it in real life. They want to make sure that you and your daughter talk about this live stream tonight. Whenever you get off the live stream, make sure you just end it and call it a night and don't worry about it, because they want you to get off of here and go vent to your daughter and go talk to your daughter, and then your daughter gets fed up with it, and then you guys fight, and then therefore it starts actual violence, domestic violence in your home, and that's what they're hoping will happen, because that's what narcissists do.
They want some kind of dirt on me. They want
you to harm your kid. Huh? They want to manipulate you.
Not only that, they want me already dead. They have tried everything.
Yeah, they want your kids dead too. They want to fight.
Yeah,
they want you. They want. They want to. They want to come for your bloodline. Obviously, this wolf people. They're after the Hensleys.
Yeah, because again, I have
Shannon. What are you doing?
Crest in Edinburgh Castle.
What are you gonna do?
Well, my ancestors here are of royal blood. they said here. I'm doing more of the research here. I was told yesterday it's of royal blood, but I have found out for sure that the Hensleys are a crest they are at the royal court, not blood yet. But
England, right?
Court. Do what?
England or what? Or court?
Scotland.
Scotland. So is Duncan.
Yeah, right. So after
that's my descendant family. Like my maiden name is Duncan.
Duncan's worse. See, Hensley's split after the Mayflower.
I swear to God, we're supposed to meet. I can help you out.
See, yeah, we had that cool talk the other night. That our history, we're really much connection. Because see, after the Mayflower, the Hensley, my clan, my ancestors, they split. Right, the right side went to Scotland. The left stayed in Virginia. Right. So my mother and her family come from Virginia.
They're all over the world now, like.
Yes. And therefore, my mom's side of the family is Cherokee, Indian, Powhatan. What is Powhatan? Powhatan is Pocahontas. Wow. History class, people, history class. Because Pocahontas.
Well, they know what you are. They look. If they're your enemy, they know everything about you. They know you're full. Like they know everything about you. They're learning right now more about you, more ammo to do against you later on. Anyways, so the more we tell them, the more.
We mentioned it last month.
What are you What are you doing to prepare, for what's going to happen after tonight?
Far as legally,
not legally. Like, what are you doing in your house to make sure that there is boundaries that are set that, like, it's not going to affect your children, and that they're not really.
I don't really talk to my daughter about a lot of this. There's things that pop up.
They're live and it can get recorded, so she might be able to see it.
Thing is that her thing pops up notifications. Her friends do know these people and know who I am.
I'm sure many of them are
seeing things. Well, she sent stuff. She's 17 in high school.
They're going to record it and send it to them. They're going to make sure your children do see it. They're going to record it and send it to them.
She goes, well, how's your kid know?
Why don't we say this? What are we doing? What are you doing to make sure that your children are protected? Because my children are with their grandparents and they're no longer in my custody. And not because I would hurt them. It's because I was targeted and I was actually like stabbed to death and then resuscitated. And so therefore I have my children placed with their grandmothers. That's for one child. And the first one was, upset with his father during a divorce. So that's how my kids were placed in safer custody than with me. Because I had multiple personality disorder for 27 years after what happened to me during the rights, as a 5-year-old. So I actually had a mental disorder that became, now it's PTSD, but, they were placed safely with their other parents or other family to make sure that they were protected. But your kids stayed with you. So what are we doing tonight to make sure that your kids are protected from this conversation harming them? Are we going to show?
They don't see this.
Maybe you should show them this one.
My daughter knows to a point what's going on. I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why she knows what's going on.
I think you should sit down and let her see this one.
Well, see, they don't watch this. They don't watch my channel. What happens is this: when they get a rumor started and they call the cops on me or the people call it CPS, then they know what's going on, right? Because the people are in my house.
Right, but they're going to know what's going on now because they're going to get shown these videos. So we want to make sure that we're taking the right steps.
Not for me. I mean, I don't show Jordan my channel. Now Jordan comes to me and says, "My friend passed me this. What's going on?"
Right, exactly.
Her, what's going on? That her friends and people else, they know who I am. I'm a public figure. By the attention they gave me, I didn't ask for the attention. I didn't ask for, I'm not an actor, but they forced me to be a victim of slander, lying, character hurt me. They have been all over me because why? Because she thinks I knew Corey Feldman back then. I'm not an actor. So if I am an actor, actors have actually limits. They have boundaries, but stalkers have no boundaries. They feel like they're entitled to your life.
You've got to put some boundaries into place to what level they can harm your family. And what I'm saying is it might be a good idea to take something like this video, like where we're talking a lot about, what's going on. Sit down with your daughter and let her view it with you and then start showing her what you discuss online and make sure that she's comfortable with that kind of thing. And so therefore they can't sideswipe you and they can't come beside you and be like, oh, here, inside of your kid. And that way Yeah, your kid is happy with what you do, right? Oh
Yeah,
yeah, you did
she
discuss it
knows.
with your child. You did talk to her.
Yeah, she knows that they're online discussing
So
her.
just in case you guys try to sideswipe her, her child is aware that she is talking and she gave her consent for her to talk about this subject.
Yes, yeah, because other day I had her consent.
They'll try for that.
Yeah, I had her consent other day of a certain subject. I said, "Is that okay? I
Yeah,
bring this
exactly.
up." I asked her because they were saying hashtags. They were saying that I had my daughter do a fake rape charge on some guy. Okay, I talked to her yesterday. I go, "Look, can I say something of this matter, or can I say this and that?" And I have, I have the a-okay on certain aspects. Of course, I will not say what happened to my daughter. I have
No,
said, right, right. I have,
that's the boundary you're setting too. So therefore, she's
right,
setting boundaries and where she's not going to
right,
speak about certain things about her child.
exactly.
Um,
Yeah, exactly. I have said from her
so
permission, yeah, her permission, from her mouth, from her permission, I said something has happened, but not your business. And I will deal with this shit.
right, but they're going to dig until they get you to say it. So like, why don't we just do this? Why don't we
It's
say
not
that
like, oh, I know that. It's
they
bait,
tried
bait,
to get
bait.
involved in your legal actions, and they're going to be prosecuted for slander and defamation of character while you're.
Not only that, not only but my daughter is slandering, but also today saying that I hit my daughter. Prove it. You just did slander, Susie. It's a crime, right? Okay, it's a crime.
Did
So
you
I gotta
record that?
prepare now for this legally.
Did you record that?
What?
Did you record that? Like,
I have someone that recorded it and they have
okay,
the clips. Yes, she is.
good.
I had two friends. One is in, but I won't say who she is. They're watching me. I got two
No,
friends.
no, you
One,
don't give up. Don't give up
yeah,
your
yeah.
sources. No.
I had two friends that clipped the bullshit, and I have the actual timestamp. I get that whole clip, and people did see it today, and it is slander.
We should play it actually.
She's got it with her. I've asked her earlier. She sent it to me.
Keep it
I will
safe.
have that on my file. And again, she sent to somebody that seen this, and they were appalled. Because first of all, a false allegation to even say online that I hit my kids, you better back it up.
Yours is more worldly, like, and it doesn't seem like it's really getting into the spiritual very much. You know what I mean? Like, there's no intrusive thoughts, and you don't have any, like, you don't hear like the voices, and you don't get like the kinetic mind control and the kind of electronic, like, you know, like weaponry that happens against you. Like, mine's a little bit different. Mine, I actually had like the actual like intrusive thoughts for 3 or 4 years, and I still get them here now and then. Like, I get visions. My mind has pushed me to like a seer position where like I see in the sight. I get visions and stuff. Like, but some people would call them holograms, and like I get them in my house. Like, so mine's community based too. Like, community based. But yours seems to be like you're battling narcissists. But you're like you're going through like an actual, like a real life situation.
It's stalkers that have no boundaries. It's women coven. They're a witch coven. They are evil people. Again, Charlie Manson mentality. Charlie Manson never killed people. It's the influence on the followers, right? That's what
I get the tone of it. The tone and the theme of it is demonic, but that's going to be your whole life, because I don't think you've gone through the spiritual journeys yet. I think you're just starting to. I don't think you've actually gone through when you start ascending, and you're going to see some things that you're not prepared for. So you know, you're going to have to get ready for that.
I've been seeing some things last 2 weeks, and I've put in a journal about this, and I had told someone in the middle of the night, I said, I just seen this, I just seen that.
Oh yeah, we discussed that too.
Yeah, they want to see anyone that has that kind of gift. They want to call you crazy because they cannot.
Well, I'm not crazy. I'm actually transparent.
Well, look at this, right? People fear what they don't understand.
I was crazy for a long time, but it wasn't really crazy. They just didn't understand it. But nowadays they do understand it, so they're more open-minded.
Why is this? Because people fear what they don't understand.
Not anymore. Like the hospitals and stuff. And I actually attend mass and stuff. So my church supports me. It's an anointing and it's a calling of placed on somebody's soul. Like, so that's when I go past the pyramid of the Masonic, the pyramid, say bye-bye to the Illuminati and keep walking towards the cross. And the further that you go in your religious, in your faith, the stronger that this is no longer going to bother you. Even if you hit a spiritual level where you start ascending above it, like you start drinking lemon water and if you start accepting the Holy Spirit and stuff inside you, you're going to see that these things, these people, they're no longer important, because your higher calling and your anointing in this is like of an earthen vessel. You have a light that's inside of you that may be carrying a saint or an angel with you inside of you, that you need to get to its final destination, which is to God and past them. So we need to make it so these women are no longer important because they're blocking you from your higher calling.
Yeah, it is true. I've been trying to last 3 days here. I've been talking to some people about that, actually.
They're playing up your time and they're wasting your time.
Yeah. Well, you're the fourth person that has said to me out of the blue, "Oh, you're a seer. You have this. You have gifts."
I would say you have a heightened intuition. I don't know if it's quite the sight yet, but it's not developed. But if you get past these people, if you start getting on a higher vibration, and I can help you with that because I'm a life coach, but I'll help you get to where we get you start developing your intuition, and you're going to probably start now. Like, remember the other day I told you that?
Right.
You're going to start noticing things, start writing it down. I'll start working with you and start coaching with you, and I'm going to get your intuition to where you're laying hands on people and praying on them, and you're going to get into the sight. And that's what your actual true calling is as a seer. So it's let's get to the cool stuff in your life,
When I was little, being abused, I didn't know I had that. I didn't know. See, honest to God story. I was touched. Well, I don't want to say touched, but I guess angelically, I was. I don't know what the word is. I have a story here about being angelic with an actual angel. My mom, it's a real story. My mom told my father, we had on camera at the store, okay, in a parking lot. And also, I put in a journal every one of my friends and my family that I showed this to. I didn't show my brother this.
What is it? What do you want?
Okay, so
this
is a very cool story that no one has heard this on YouTube.
What did you write down?
Okay, yeah. So no one at all on YouTube here ever heard the story about my incident. So I was probably, I'd say, oh my God, 2 or 3 before the abuse happened.
I'm ADD as hell. You got to talk about what actual subject you wrote. Like, what did you do?
Yeah, I'm 2 or 3 before my abuse happened to me. My mom had one of those old station wagons in the freaking 80s, 80s, and we're at a store.
Station wagon, like the brown and light brown one?
The tan, the dark, the light brown, the old school wagon. Yeah, the old school wagon.
In the middle of Ashley Phosphate Park, in the middle of a highway, middle of a major intersection. I fell out of the station wagon, and that's one of the biggest parts of my my Masonic thing, my spiritual journey. I fell out into the middle of the street, and I almost got hit by cars, but they all stopped. All the cars stopped, and just in time. And I got up and ran across the street, and that's part of one of my most biggest memories with my father who raised me, Duncan. That's interesting.
See, it is. See, we have the car thing. See, here's the funny story, right? I'm in the car, in the back seat, not high chair, the car seat. Yeah, the car seat. My mom, by accident, turned around, shut the door to come get me, in the back of the car, right? My mom, by accident, locked the keys in the car. So what happened was, okay, my mom turned around, panicking, crying, yelled for help. This guy had a golfer's hat on, plaid, an old man. He had a golfer hat. He had a light blue shirt, a golfer shirt, and then a plaid pants and white shoes. Okay. This guy had an actual wire hanger. And he said this. He says, "Peggy, let me help you." She's going, "Yes, help me." She didn't realize that the guy just said her name. Why? She's crying, hysterical. I'm crying in the back seat. Didn't realize what he just said to her. So then the wire hanger thingy, where it's called, he jimmied the freaking door. He pulled me out. I stopped crying as soon as he hugged me. He hugged me. He said my name, Sharon. It's okay, Sharon. It's okay, Sharon. I stopped crying. So I was smiling at this guy, apparently. He passed me to my mother. She's crying and jumpy. She's holding me. She turns around to thank the guy. The guy is not there. Okay. The guy is not even there.
Wow.
She's like, where did he go? And two customers had a customer had a cart, and the woman had put in the food in her back of her car. Miss, where's that guy at? Where's that guy at? Is that your husband? She's like, what? There's nobody here. What guy? She told 5 people of the description. They're like, what guy? And a golfer's hat and plaid pants. So I went in the store. My mom asked the manager for the camera footage, and he allowed this. Okay, she told me that she saw. I'm in the car. I'm crying. Okay, she said the whole time the guy was like going baffled, a surprise, right? A white streak, a huge white blast streak next to my mother. And she was swearing up and down that this guy had a wire hanger, and he grabbed me out of the car seat.
Oh, like Mommy Dearest?
Yes. Well, yeah, the hanger. Yeah, the hanger.
Yeah. That's our generational stuff.
She told the whole manager, I am not crazy. This old man helped me. The wire hanger, he passed my kid to me. And she's telling 5 people in the store, look, I'm not crazy. So the camera was showing the whole time a huge white light, and told my father.
Oh, wow.
And my father said, you're not crazy. That was an angel, or it was God.
Well, but the guys know that, and that's why they pick these women. They pick the women because they usually are of like magical or of a mute, like they're amused to them because they have actual like a divine purpose or divine like ability, supernatural abilities, and they usually marry these women. And that's why they marry them, because they want to keep them in their bloodlines. They want to mate with them. They want to mate with the divine beings that, sent of God. And I think that you need to realize that you're more of an earthen vessel and less of a targeted individual, because you're targeted right now by these women on earth and they mean nothing. The unseen is more important than the seen. And what you're going to see is, as you get closer, like, to your older years in life, you're going to be more into your like ancestral, like supernatural gifts, and less interested in what they had to say. And these women are going to like, they're going to step aside because they're no longer actually, they shouldn't be speaking to someone of Indian heritage or of a divine purpose in such a way. Anyways, they should be bowing down at God's glory and the masterpieces that he made, because we are his masterpieces. And they have no idea what kind of power they're working against. They're not ready for it. Obviously, I have to wrap up because I have to go, but I want you to know that you are strong. You are more powerful than them, and whatever you are worth to them, know that you are 10 times worth more than that, or 1,500 more times worth than that, more to us on the spiritual side of good, for the spiritual battle for Christ and for God. And I think that you're being called to a serious anointment, and especially in advocating for TIs. And I think that you're doing a great job of doing it.
Thank you so much. I've had support from you since day one. You took me in and you told me, I know your story. I know what you're going through. I've seen it. So
the more real life it seems, the more it is. Yeah, it's eugenics. And
you the thing is too, we have that historical thing. Now I want to touch real quickly on the history of where I live by in Jonesboro. The Mason.
Yeah, hurry. I have to go ahead. I have to head for the night. We might have to call it part 2 tomorrow.
Yeah, your thingy. Okay, we'll have part 2. We'll discuss the Mason thing with your great grandfather.
Jackson.
Awesome.
Yeah. All right, all right.
Girl.
Somebody else switch out and take my spot.
All right. Good night, girl.
Night, yo. Night, everyone. How do I start with yours?
Jennifer, thank you.
You're welcome. Bye.
Thank you, girl. So that was Jennifer of Cutthroat Society, and very cool chick. So I thank her and others for supporting me as a person behind the scenes, encouraging me to go forward. I'm not sure if Michael, do you want to come on here? You don't have to. Your choice. Your choice, Michael. I just want to address the issue. We addressed the issue earlier. I'm going to move forward with my life, and I'm going to be happy with my daughters, and I'm going to do what I must do to protect my kids. Slander is actually a crime. It's horrible to announce this, of these false accusations against me, and discussing how people act. We should be united, okay? But I think that my point was the truth. I think that I addressed the issues that's going on. And yeah, so you're not slick. You're behind backstage. You want to make, a grandpa joke? Oh, you're so funny. You're so funny. But I'm above that, see? I'm above your grandpa jokes, your grandpa songs, your grandpa memes. I'm stronger than that. I got a tough, thick skin. And, you're just evil people. And I choose to be happy. I choose to go forward with my friends and my supporters. So, this was open panel for TIs to give me their opinion and advice and encouragement. I want to thank again Jennifer as my guest. I want to thank Michael for being in chat and supporting me. And very soon, me and Michael will be having an interview. I'm so proud of Michael for going forward and not only having a case won, but to continue to go fight the evil of the HRC. And I want to thank others that support me. And I want to say to TIs that if you feel you want some justice, awareness, you want to tell your story, I'm here for a platform. And again, we're a family. I'm going to choose to go forward my life. These people are just scum. They have no life. They want to continue with their behavior of abuse and stalking. Well, that's their thing. I will do my thing and go forward my life. So, again, thank you so much for supporting me. Have a great night tonight. Keep going forward and never give up. The most important thing you can do is focus on your goals. Focus here on what's important to you and have a great support system. I have that. I'm thankful for my friends, my family, and supporters that encourage me and they help me. Do not have toxic people in your life. So, again, spread awareness, spread kindness, and spread love, not hate, not slander. Until next time, God bless. Never give up. Have a great night.